All right, so the very first part of our math lesson for today will be this fun little book that we're going to look at together. Anytime that we start a new topic, this is how our new topic will begin. Let's take a look.
Count the Eggs. Written by Dale Dicus. Illustrated by Chris Lynch. Mama Bird is on her nest. Help Mama Bird count her eggs. Mama Bird counts 1, 2 eggs. 3. Mama Bird counts 1, 2, 3 eggs. 4. Mama Bird counts 1, 2, 3, 4 eggs. 5.
Did you have fun counting the eggs with Mama Bird? All right, kiddos, now we're going to get ready to work on our math papers. I've got mine sitting right next to me, but you can also see I have one pulled up on the screen and my page looks just like yours. All right, go ahead and get your counting cubes. You have your little baggie in your hands, and I want you to follow along with these directions. Can you put 2 counting cubes on the nest right here? Can you place 2 counting cubes on that nest? And then listen to what I want you to do. Mama Bird found these worms for her babies. We're going to pretend that these counters are worms. Mama Bird found these worms for her babies. Draw a circle around the colored box that shows how many worms she found. Did she find this many worms, this many worms, or this many? Remember, you should have put 2 counters on your nest and then circle which one of these shows that many. Go ahead and do that. Did you draw a circle around your answer? Another thing that we can do, because you will not be able to see me place counters on the nest, I could draw counters instead. And remember, I told you to place 2. So I'm going to go ahead and draw 2 counters. And which choice did you circle? I hope you circled this one. This one also shows 2. Do you see how 2 boxes are colored in? Kinders and grown-ups. This first page in our lesson, you can see up here in the corner that it's called the, let me get it, Solve and Share. This page is usually a page that's done independently, and it just gives me a chance to see the kids work a little bit on their own, kind of find out what they know before we actually begin teaching. So no worries if you made a mistake on this one. Let's go on to the next page. You can go ahead and turn your page so that it looks like this. And then I want you to put your paper down. I want you to have empty hands so your crayon is down or your pencil is down, because the next part of our math lesson is we're going to watch a little video. So let me get that ready for us. For this part of our lesson, we don't need anything. Remember, I want you to have empty hands. You can fold them or put them in your lap so that you can just pay attention and watch and learn.
Tell a counting story about what you see. Here is a story. There are some worms popping up from the ground. You can count to see how many worms there are. Before you count, can you think of a way to make sure you do not leave one out? One way is to touch each worm as you count. You can also mark each worm as you count. You can use an arrow to mark each worm. Let's count together to see how many worms there are. 1, 2, 3. Now you can finish the counting story. How many worms are there? There are 3 worms popping up from the ground. How can you find out how many counters there are? You can count the counters. Does it matter which counter you count first? No, you can start with any one of them. Let's start with this one. 1, 2, 3. How many counters are there? There are 3 counters. Why do you think there are 3 counters? There are 3 counters to show 3 worms. How many sections are there in the box? Let's count to find out. 1, 2, 3. There are 3 sections in the box. How does this go with the 3 counters? Both the counters and the box show 3. Look, there is 1 counter for each section of the box. What else does this picture go with?
Let's try it. Can you count these worms with me? 1, 2, 3. Remember the 2 strategies that we learned to make sure we don't leave one out. We could touch everything that we could count, or we could mark them, and we'll talk more about that.
It goes with the 3 worms. Today, you learned about 3. You saw 3 worms. You saw 3 counters. You saw 3 sections in a box.
All right, now let's take a look at this math page. We're going to try a little bit of it together. You can see right here on your paper it says guided practice, and that means work together. First, we're going to take a look at this one right here. Do you see how it's a number 1 with a star around it? I'll call that number 1 star. Can you go ahead and touch that on your paper? That way you know that this is where your eyes should be. This right here is where we're looking, okay? Remember in that video, we learned 2 ways that we can make sure we don't leave anything out when we count. One of those ways, again, is that we can touch everything that we're counting. The other thing that we can do is we can mark them. You could mark them with an arrow like this, or I'm going to show you another way that I like to do it. Let's take a look at this example right here. Today we are going to count and then show how many we counted. How many worms do you see right here? I'm going to get a little pencil so that you can see me working. There we go. And let's touch each of these worms while we count them. 1, 2. How many worms are there? That's right, there are 2 worms. So now you can see here that they colored 2 of the boxes. Do you see that on your paper? They already did it for you. They colored 2 boxes to show those 2 worms. Let's try another one together. We're going to come over here and look at number 2, apple. So your eyes should be looking in this area right here on your paper. Let's try counting by marking this time. This one will be pretty easy. How many worms do you see? You can see that there's just 1. If I was marking, I like to do it like that. That way I can do it quickly. An arrow might take us a little bit longer to draw, but I can mark that worm. I can see that there are no more left. There's just 1 worm. So now we are going to color. Whoops, let me get me out of the way there. We're going to color 1 box. You can see that I'm doing it kind of neatly, but it doesn't have to be perfect. I colored 1 box to show 1 worm. Great job. If at any time this video is moving too quickly, you can push pause and then push play when you're ready again. Let's turn to the next page and try a little bit more together. Let me get my pencil. All right, now we're looking at this one right here. It's number 3, fish. So right here, this is where your eyes should be watching. I'm going to mark these worms while I count. Let's do it together. 1, 2, 3. Did we count all of the worms? We did. We didn't leave any out. How many worms were there? You got it. There are 3 worms. So we are going to color 3 boxes to show that there are 3 worms. Great job. Let's do another one. This time, let's touch each worm while we count. Are you ready? 1, 2. Did you touch the worms? 1, 2. How many worms? You said it, 2. Let's color 2 boxes to show that there are 2 worms. Fantastic. Let's go to the next one. It's number 5 handprint. So our eyes are looking right here in this area. This time I'm going to mark 1 worm at a time and color a box as I count. And you can decide which counting strategy works best for you. All right, here's 1. So I color a box. 2, color a box. 3, color a box. Did we get them all? We did. We didn't leave any out, and I can see that because we marked them while we counted. How many worms did we count? Yes, 3. So we colored 3 boxes to show those 3 worms. I'm going to turn the page. All right, kinders, take a look at these big words right here. Do you know what that says? It says independent practice, and the word independent means all by yourself. All right, this is your chance to practice all by yourself. I would like for you to do the same thing on this page. Count the birds' nests and then color the boxes to show how many. Remember, touch everything that you count or mark everything that you count, okay? You're going to do that for number 6 coffee cup. Oh, that's my favorite one. Number 7 Christmas tree and number 8 flag. The directions for number 9 kite are a little bit different. For this one, in fact, we're just going to go ahead and do it together right now. For this one, you can pick how many nests you want to draw. And I'm going to teach you a little bitty trick. In math, we don't really draw the picture. We draw counters instead because it's much easier and faster. So I will draw a counter. We just draw a little circle, and that will represent a nest. So you can pick, do you want to draw 1, 2, or 3 nests? I think I'm going to draw 2. Do you see them? 1, 2. So that means I have to color 2 boxes. I'll make mine look a little bit better. You pick how many you want to draw. If you drew 1 nest, how many boxes should you color? I think you know. All right, kinders, it's time to pause this video and do this page all by yourself. Then come back when you're all done. How did you do? Let's review really quick together. I'm going to count these nests. 1, 2. So you should have colored 2 boxes, just like that. Let's count this one. 1, just 1 nest, so 1 box. And this time I'm going to count by touching. 1, 2, 3. 3 nests that time. Whoops, that's a mistake. Let's color 3 boxes. If you made a mistake, go ahead and fix it now. Don't forget, If this video is going a little quick for you, you can pause at any time to keep on working. Now we're going to set our paper aside and take another look at this counting video.
Oh, hello there. You came just in time to help me pick out fruit for the class snack. This is a list. It tells me how many pieces of each type of fruit to put in the bowl. First, we need 2 bananas. Let's count 2 bananas. 1, 2. That's 2 bananas. Oh, that won't do. One of the bananas has brown spots. Let's pick again. 1, 2. 2 bananas. Those go into the bowl. Only one student wants an apple. They all look yummy. Let's pick 1 apple. 1 delicious apple. Into the bowl it goes. Only 1 more fruit to go. This time we need oranges. 3 of the students want oranges. 1, 2, 3. 3 juicy oranges. Done. Thanks for your help. I hope to see you again soon.
That counting video made me hungry. Now I'm looking at the next page in your math packet, or on your math pages for topic 1, lesson 1, excuse me. You can see up at the top here, it says homework and practice. Grown-ups, these pages sometimes are optional, sometimes I will ask you to do them, but they are always recommended for extra practice. I would like for you to go ahead and do this today for some extra practice, and then you can bring it to our Zoom meeting tomorrow morning and show me that you got it done. All right, let me show you this. At the bottom of every page are the directions. So that is what you will read to them so that you know what to do, so that they know what to do. All right, and then let's look at the back side. Same thing here. The directions are right here at the bottom. So, Kinders, this is your work for today. I would like for you to do the front and the back page of this last one. It's the one that looks like this. It has counting cubes on the front, and then it has the caterpillar and duckies on the back. So that is your work for today, and then bring that to our lesson tomorrow. You guys did fantastic today. I hope you enjoyed our first math lesson and you spend some time practicing counting things at home. Remember, by touching everything that you count or by marking it. Our next math lesson will probably be a little bit longer. There's one more part to it that we will do almost every day called a quick check. But for now, I think that's enough for today. Mathematicians, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.